Hello beta, good morning. My name is Rahul Pandey and today I will teach you the second part, the sound of music. Okay beta, in second part we will read the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Alright beta. So in this chapter we will read about our great Shehnai player Ustad Bismillah Khan. Alright. So let's come on the first paragraph. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. Once upon a time, in the reign of King Aurangzeb, he banned the instrument pungi. Why? Because Aurangzeb did not like the voice of pungi. Okay, beta. So what happened after that? Pungi became the generic name for reeded noise makers. Aurangzeb said that I do not like the sound of pungi because it is much noise makers. So few had thought that it would one day be revived. When Aurangzeb banned, many of you will thought at that time that in coming generation the pungi will come in custom again. Okay, a barber of a family of a professional musician who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. So after the death of Aurangzeb, once upon a time there was a barber. Okay, and the barber decided that I will improve the condition of pungi tonal quality. I will improve the tonal quality of the pungi. So what he did, he chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi. So what he did, he chose a pipe. Okay, and it was a hollow pipe, hollow stem. All right, and he means that was a broader and longer and broader than the pungi, and that hollow stem was broader and longer with the comparison of pungi, and made seven holes on the body of the pipe. And he made seven holes, okay, on the pipe. When he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sounds were produced. So when he began to blow the pipe, opening and closing the holes, what happened? It produced a very melodious sound from that pungi. Okay, he played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. When the barber played this instrument, everyone became very pleased. So the instrument, so different from the pungi, had to be given a new name. And the barber which who played that instrument, people decided to give another name to this instrument. So as the story goes, the author tells us that since it was first played in the Shah's chamber, all right, means it was played first time in the kingdom of the king, in the kingdom of the uh, yes, King Shah's. Okay, and was played by a nai, that is barber. And who played it? It was played by a nai, means barber. That is why the instrument was named Shehnai. He played first time in Shah's chamber, means Shah plus who played nai, so Shah plus nai is equal to Shehnai. So dear students, you can see the difference between pungi and Shehnai. It was pungi, all right, which was played at the time of Aurangzeb, and now this is the Shehnai. Second paragraph. The sound of Shehnai began to considered auspicious. Really, after that, people started to play Shehnai, and everyone started to like the sound of Shehnai very much. And for this reason, it is still played in the temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. And the author told us that means right now, that is why the Shehnai became so popular that right now in temple as well as wedding, the people can listen the sound of Shehnai. Okay, and in the past the Shehnai was part of the Naubat or traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at royal court. And in previous time, in the court of in the kingdom of any king, means among all 9 instruments, all right, the Shehnai was also found. Till recently, it was used only in temples and wedding. And right now, present time, you can listen the sound of Shehnai in temple as well as marriage. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. The author told us that, means this credit goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. Who made it popular? Ustad Bismillah Khan made it popular. Okay, now third paragraph beta. As a 5-year-old, Bismillah Khan played gilli danda near a pond in the ancient state of Damoran in Bihar. Okay, the author told us that, means when Ustad Bismillah Khan was 5 years old, he was very fond of playing gilli and danda. All right, and in near the pond in Bihar, and he would regularly go to nearby Biharji, okay, temple to sing the Bhojpuri chat, at the end of the which he would earn a big laddu weighing 1.25 kilogram. And he was very fond of singing also. That is why he used to go near the temple of his village, Biharji temple, all right, and there he used to sing Bhojpuri religious song. And whenever he used to complete his song, at the end of the song, okay, the author told us that the priest used to give him laddu weighing 1.25 kilogram. Yes, a prize given by the local Maharaja, and this prize was given by local Maharaja to Ustad Bismillah Khan. This happened 80 years ago, and the little boy has traveled for to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. And really, means this attachment with Shehnai, all right, the great man Ustad Bismillah Khan, means got civilian award as a Bharat Ratna. After that, fourth paragraph. Born on 21 March 1916, Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. So dear students, in this paragraph, the author told us that, means from where the inspiration came in the life of Ustad Bismillah Khan about singing. That so the author told us that Ustad Bismillah Khan was born on 21 March 1916. Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of a musician from Bihar. He was from Bihar, and he belongs from, okay, he belongs to a very reputed, very well-known family of a musician. All right, and the author told us that his grandfather, okay, Rasul Baks Khan, was the Shehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpur King's Court. His grandfather Rasul Baks was also a very great Shehnai player, and he used to play Shehnai in the court of Nawab also. All right, beta. So his father and his father Pazagambar Baks and other paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players, and like his father was also a very great musician, and he also used to play Shehnai. All right, so we can say that, means such type of quality, such type of inspiration came in the life of Ustad Bismillah Khan, seeking an inspiration from his grandfather and from his father. Because dear students, as we know very well that seeing the atmosphere of a family, the child starts to learn, to grab the knowledge, the culture, the tradition, given by his family members. That is why being inspired from his uncle, okay, father and grandfather, Ustad Bismillah Khan also made a very great Shehnai player. Okay beta, so it is the end of paragraph number 4, and tomorrow I will teach you next paragraph number 5, and I will send you the next video from paragraph number 5. Okay beta, okay, thank you and have a nice day.